Hello all, MikeRo here and welcome to another episode of my FM19 Blyth save. We've come back a little earlier than expected, mainly because I'm beginning to actually get interests from other clubs. I've turned down all the offers because this is the Blyth save, but it's worth noting that I've actually had offers from Middlesbrough, Swansea and Sunderland, so 3 championship teams all offered me an interview. I decided not to take them, but it's nice to know that I could potentially get those jobs if I really wanted them. With all the interest highly in me, it's quite surprising seeing we've not had the best run of form. Forest Green, we lost 4-1, obviously the last game we watched, and then we beat Blyth 2-1 in the last episode. But since then, we played Crew twice, lost them in the FA Cup first round, which is a bit disappointing. Then won a game against Newcastle under 23s in the Checker Trade Trophy, which annoyingly we qualified for the second round for. And then we've had 2 back-to-back 0-0s against Morecambe and Crew. The front players are struggling. We said at the start of the season that is a position that I was always going to struggle with Dan Maguire, Howgland, Benedetto and Gary Hooper. All of them are only 2-star rated in this, so I was always going to struggle. If the midfield stopped scoring goals, we were going to be in trouble. That is exactly what has happened. Today we're going to have a game against Gillingham at home, and then we're going to have an away game against Tranmere. We're looking to bounce back. Gillingham are doing alright in the league. They're 13th. We are now in 6th, so we're beginning to fall down the league slightly. Inconsistent is around about right, to be fair. We've had 2 wins and 2 draws in our last 5 games, with a defeat coming as the 5th result. It's not been great. I'm hoping we can turn it around today. Annoyingly, Lee Wilson is actually injured, so Lewis Baines is going to come in, and Conlon, who's been our best player the last few weeks, is actually quite tired, so I have to take him out as well, and I'm going to bring in Healy for him today. So, our starting lineup for today is McMahon in goal, Adu Prepper, Lang, Baines and Alfieri as the back 4. Then we've got Helm and Healy in the middle of the park, with Longstaff, Palmer and Simmons in behind Gary Hooper. Hoping to see a bit more of Fiorini today, but he has not got a lot of match sharpness. He's come back from quite a long injury off, but hopefully we will get to see a little bit of him. So who have they got then? They've got Keren Tal up front, and he looks decent. Right, I'm going to scout him. He's on loan from Everton. They've got players on loan from Everton. How the hell am I going to cope with that? Their top scorer, though, is Andy Cook. I know Andy Cook. Not particularly quick, but yeah, he's got very good finishing stats, etc, etc. He's a good striker at this level. We're the underdogs here. We've got nothing to lose. The guy's sort of like that. Yeah, I think we're beginning to finally fade away a little bit. Fortunately, we are close to the 50-point mark, but don't be surprised if we lose more games than we win towards the end of this season or as we go on. I didn't want to peak too early, and I still want to have some good run of form in here, because I think we're going to still struggle to maybe make that 50-point mark if we carry on the rate that we've been going. Picking up draws is fine, but too many defeats and it can really snowball, and I don't want to lose any of our really good players. It's always annoying when you get off to a really good start of the season and then the form starts to dip away, because you kind of think to yourself, well, we've proven that we can play at this sort of level, so why can't we do it all the time? And it's literally probably because you're a bit of an unknown quantity when you start the league, as they knock a great ball over the top to Keren Tal, who's through on goal, and a good save by McMahon. He has been very good this year, it's safe to say. So, 0-0 at half-time. It's pretty much been the story of the last month, really. I'm going to certainly say I'm happy with your performance to keep up, but again, we're still overachieving. Gary Hooper's not playing well on the 6.4, and I might take him off. I think there's still potential for us to get a striker, and we need to get some sort of striker in, because it's the one position we are really, really struggling. But we still get a penalty every episode at least. Okira Simmons is going to step up. It seems the only way we can score at the moment is via penalties. Come on, Okira, don't let me down. Come on, Okira. Okira, he just doesn't miss pens. His 13th goal of the season. I think about 7 of them have come from the spot. Magical from Okira, and we are 1-0 up. One thing we are still quite good at is defending for the most part, so we can keep a clean sheet here. It's a big 3 points. Well done, Simmons. Takes us back up to 5th in the table and still clinging on to those teams in the top 3. Only 10 minutes to go, and I'm going to take off Mark Helm and bring on Romario Vieira for what I think is his first performance of the season. So let's hope that he can turn in a good shift here and just see us through for the next 10 minutes. To Longstaff. God, mate, go on a run. Oh my god, Longstaff's having a mare today. He's done nothing right. Close is on the ball, he hits it. Oh my god, it's hit the post. I literally thought it hit the post and hit McMahon and gone in, and that I would have been absolutely seething. 30 seconds to go. We're still not out of the woods yet. Come on, boys. Laying on the ball, hits it long, good to Emma. We're still not clear, and there's 15 seconds to go. Smith, Great clearance by Romario Vieira. That's what he's there for. He's absolutely womphed that. Womphed? What a term that is. Womphed. I love it. And Baines just womphed it off the pitch. Come on, ref. Time's up. Surely. 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 Come on. As they chip it in, Baines heads it away. Get in. A 1-0 win. We ground it out. Yet another penalty from Akira Simmons sees us get a massive 3 points in our bid for safety. I say that we are still 6th, but with the way we're grinding out results at the moment, Jesus Christ, it's tense. There we are, we're still in 6th, and we're 5 points ahead of Port Vale as well, though they do have a game in hand. But don't think about the playoffs just yet, Mike. Get to the 50-point mark, and then we'll go from there. Our defence is still so solid. It's so solid. Apparently we're the best passers in the competition. I did not know that. Interesting. Well, Tranmere is in 11 days. I forgot about the long break, so I'll see you there in a minute. Just for us, that Tranmere are actually struggling, really down 22nd position in the league. Very, very close, well, just outside the drop zone at the moment. 18 points from 21 games. Put that in perspective with us, we've actually got over double their points. So really, we should be looking to win today. And that means we're only 12 points away from the magical 50 safety mark. Our form again is inconsistent. If we get another win, I think it becomes quite good, to be fair. Then it would be 3 wins in our last 5, and we'd be unbeaten in our last 5. Tranmere, on the other hand, have lost 3 of their last 5 with only 2 draws, and they were against Exeter and Eastleigh. So really, we should be looking to put them to the sword today. In terms of the lineup, there's not really that much of a change. Wilson's come back in to partner up Lang at the back after recovering from his injury, and Conlon is also back in alongside Helm. Other than that, is as you were. Okay, they're playing a 5-2-3 by the looks of things. They've got this boy up front, Anthony Spyro. Or Spyro, I don't know how you want to do it. He's actually on loan from Norwich. I looked at getting him, and he turned me down because he said my club wasn't big enough, and he didn't think that I was going to match his ambitions. Well, who's laughing now, Spyro? And away we go. Now, first half of the game, Longstaff on the ball, carrying it up the pitch here. That's a nice turn inside to Conlon. We missed him actually in the last couple of games or so. Longstaff plays the ball into Palmer, to Hooper. Gary Hooper gets his 7th of the season. We're 1-0 up against Tranmere. We've dominated the early proceedings. Great stuff. Gary Hooper, magical signing. Lovely interplay here for between Longstaff. He finds Palmer, he tees up to Gary Hooper, and it's the first time finish that catches the goalkeeper out, and he just can't quite get down quick enough to it. Good finish from Gary. Strikers are, well, strikers. The striker is getting a fair few goals. It wasn't a pen. Lang on the ball, hits it just over the bar from a free kick. Got at least one Lang free kick a game. Corner here to Tranmere, cool, whips it in. Is that a pen? Yeah, I had a feeling it was. You can tell there's like almost like a little bit of laggage. It feels like sometimes when there's a pen. The game kind of goes, and then, yeah, it does like that. And you know. Mullin's got a good record at saving pens. Not this time. It's 1-1. And to say it's not deserved is a little bit of an understatement. I'm not particularly pleased right now. Well, with his record, Munch should really save that, in all fairness. It's their first shot on target. It's their first shot on target. Wilson over a free kick. Only our centre-backs can apparently take free kicks. Gary Hooper makes it 2 from the rebound. Great poaching instincts. All the years of playing have got him ready for that. Banging, as Olmert made a decent save from the free kick, but Gary Hooper there to tap it in. Why are our centre-back? That is a brilliant free kick, to be fair. But Gary Hooper first onto the scene, bang. 2 for the day. Can he get himself a hat-trick and write himself into early Blyth folklore? We've been all over them in this game. If we get a third, it will be nothing less than we've deserved, as Simmons plays it back to Alfieri. Back to Simmons. Got to make it. Oh, Gary Hooper. He has got a hat-trick. Gary Hooper. Absolutely magic. 3-1. I don't want to say the game is done, but you'd like to think that 33 minutes in, we are on course to give someone an absolute pumping. Lovely interplay here. Alfieri found Simmons. He cuts a nice ball inside. Gary Hooper's first time finishing. That is a lovely little dink into the far corner. Mwah, magnifico. I love it. Well, it's been some half. It's 3-1 at half time. A Gary Hooper first half hat-trick has seen us take control of this game. I'm going to passionately say I'm very happy with the way you're playing. Gary Hooper is going to get rested up after that hat-trick. On comes Dan Maguire. No messing. Cole Palmer's coming off. On comes Lewis Fiorini. I did say we'd get a look at him today. And I'm also going to take Darren Conlon off because he's been very good. But Cameron Healy is going to come on. So we've made all our substitutions. Let's let the magic happen. Well done, boys. Fiorini into Simmons, turns his man, plays back to Healy. Healy! Oh, it's 4-1. Cameron Healy comes on. Akira Simmons with 2 assists today. No goals. Can he get another one to get his 14th for the season? He's still up there in like the top rated players of the tournament so far. Tournament? Yeah, makes me sound very continental. Of the season so far. Lovely tip by Healy there. He drills it. Olnwick should probably save that, if I'm honest. Shouldn't he, really? Let's be fair. He should probably save that. He gets a hand to it, therefore he should save it. And that is it. A 4-1 pasting for Tranmere away from home. Love it. 22 shots to 3. We absolutely battered them in this game. I'm going to passionately say, well done, lads. That was a good win for us. All the back four playing it over a 7. More of that, please. That was as comprehensive as you can get. And now, maybe a little upturn in form. Maybe there's a little upturn in form. We're still 6th in the league. Only 2 points off Crewe in 3rd, 3 off Chesterfield in 2nd, and 7 off Mansfield in 1st. Obviously, we're not really aiming like that. The more important stat is that we are only 9 points and 3 wins away from almost, from guaranteed safety in this division. Getting to 50 points is the magical number, and that's what we need to get to. In terms of where we come back, what we'll probably do is I'm going to accelerate it through a little bit because I think we've done most of the hard work this season. So what we'll do, we'll come back at the end of January, I think. So let's come back actually for the away game at Mansfield and the home game at Shrewsbury, because Mansfield obviously at top of the table, so it'd be quite nice to test ourselves against them. And Shrewsbury aren't doing too badly either. They are there or thereabouts in mid-table. It gives us a long little time away from each other, so we can actually accelerate through the season and see where we get to. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share, and subscribe. And until I see you in the next episode, take on table-topping Mansfield. Stay cool.